independent educational content. Views and opinions are entirely my own and do not reflect the official policies or positions of Akamai Technologies. Okay, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into a massive evolution and how streaming video is actually deployed, managed, and monitored across that endless array of devices we're all using every single day. We're taking a hard look specifically at Akamai's Adaptive Media Player 2. So if you're a video engineer, a product manager, or honestly just anyone dealing with the absolute headaches of modern streaming architecture, you are definitely going to want to pay close attention to this one. As we establish this purely objective educational foundation today, let's look closely at the actual architecture itself.
Here's our roadmap for the breakdown today. We'll start with the multi-platform video challenge. Then we'll formally meet Adaptive Media Player 2. After that, we'll look at expanding Smart TV reach, dive into the built-in real-time analytics, and finally wrap things up with advanced features and monetization.
All right, let's jump straight into part 1, the multi-platform video challenge.
To really grasp why a new solution even matters, we first have to acknowledge the massive headache facing video engineering teams right now. You all know this. Delivering video isn't just about throwing a file on a server anymore. It's about reaching viewers seamlessly, literally wherever they are. Think about the nightmare of traditional video development for a second. Managing analytics across multiple platforms? It requires incredibly complex integrations. You've got one analytics provider for web browsers, a totally different one for your mobile apps, and then an entirely separate set for streaming sticks and smart TVs. It's a mess. It creates these isolated data silos, totally inconsistent reporting, and severely delayed insights. The ideal state? Well, it flips that completely on its head. What we actually want are unified insights across every single platform, which means faster decisions and, ideally, absolutely zero reliance on clunky third-party integrations.
Okay, so that's the core problem. Let's move straight to the solution. In part 2, meet Adaptive Media Player 2.
This brings us to Akamai's Adaptive Media Player 2, or AMP2. At its core, AMP2 provides multi-platform video SDKs powered by Bitmovin. But here is the real game changer. Comprehensive analytics are built directly into each player. We are literally shifting the entire narrative from that fragmented, piecemeal data collection we just talked about straight to complete, seamless unification.
Let's break down exactly how this built-in approach actually works to streamline video development. Because the analytics are baked directly into the SDKs, AMP2 completely eliminates the need to manage multiple vendor relationships. Your team isn't stuck juggling contracts and APIs from 3 different analytics companies anymore. Because it's all native to the player, you get truly unified insights across all user platforms, delivering real-time performance data that you can actually trust. Plus, to really speed up deployment timelines and cut down development overhead, AMP2 features new integrations with popular frameworks like React Native and Flutter. It's all about letting developers actually build, rather than forcing them to endlessly stitch together third-party tools.
Moving right along to part 3, expanding Smart TV reach.
Because let's be real, having a great player is only half the battle, right? The other half is actually getting it onto the devices people are firing up in their living rooms. This is where AMP2 really stretches its legs. It offers enhanced, direct support for the major smart TV and connected TV brands out there. We're talking Roku, Samsung, LG, Vizio, and Hisense. It absolutely proves the SDK's multi-platform power. We're well beyond just standard web and mobile at this point. It's about flawlessly pushing your app onto game consoles, set-top boxes, and the biggest screens in the house, all while keeping that unified analytics backbone perfectly intact.
Which perfectly tees up part 4, built-in real-time analytics. We've mentioned built-in analytics a couple of times now, but let's look at what pre-integrated data actually means for your developers and your business analysts in practice. AM2 leverages Bitmovin observability. And listen, this isn't just basic view counting. This gives you deep, session-level visibility into the viewer's quality of experience, how engaged they actually are, and precisely how your advertising is performing. And the best part? It does this across every single user session instantly. It takes the whole headache of third-party integration and just throws it out the window, handing you actionable, reliable data right out of the box.
Let's systematically tick through the 3 core pillars of this analytics suite. First up, performance monitoring. This gives your engineers real-time playback quality metrics, error detection, and even infrastructure cost optimization insights. Basically, they can spot root causes immediately. Second, we have audience insights. This lets your business teams track detailed viewer engagement along with geographic, device, and demographic breakdowns. And third, advertising analytics. This tracks the whole shebang for ad performance: impressions, viewability, and completion rates. And crucially, it supports server-side, client-side, and server-guided ad insertion workflows. Now, server-guided ad insertion, or SGA, is a huge leap forward. It lets the server dynamically map out exactly where ads should go while letting the client execute the playback. It creates an incredibly smooth, broadcast TV-like experience for the viewer.
And that brings us to our final section, Part 5, Advanced Features and Monetization.
Let's explore how AMP2 actually drives business value and opens up new revenue streams. If we look at the evolution from the original player to AM2, you can clearly see how the architecture has matured. Analytics evolved from cumbersome third-party integrations to being fully pre-integrated right from the jump. Multi-view capabilities, which were standard before, now feature significantly easier integration. But the massive upgrade here is ads playback. Where the first iteration did not support server-guided ad insertion, AMP2 fully embraces it.
Let's frame these technical capabilities in terms of actual business value. Server-guided ad insertion and advanced advertising workflows, that translates directly to higher fill rates and better monetization of your content. Multi-view streaming, that creates a much stickier, far more engaging product for your users, which is absolutely brilliant for live sports or massive events. But honestly, perhaps the biggest win for your engineering teams is that AMP2 includes Streamlab automated testing on real-world devices, completely paired with managed lifecycle support. Akamai actually handles the video player dependency upgrades, the OS compatibility checks, and the device support. This automated testing is a lifesaver. It frees your teams from those endless QA cycles, letting them focus entirely on building core business initiatives instead of just struggling to keep the lights on.
Which leaves us with a final, pretty vital question to ask about your own current architecture. How much time is your development team currently wasting on maintaining third-party analytics instead of building your core business initiatives? Think about it. If your data is siloed and your engineers are constantly patching fragile integrations just to see if a single video played correctly on a living room TV, well, it might be time to rethink your delivery strategy and look toward a unified, pre-integrated solution like AMP2. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope this deep dive gave you a clear, structured look at where the future of video delivery is actually heading.